Joining us now with how to start a gratitude practice is holistic health expert and best-selling author Amy Lee McCree. Welcome to Bloom, Amy.
Hi, Gail. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we're so excited that you're in, and this is such an important time to be talking about gratitude because the holidays are, right here. They're right around the corner, and a lot of people are feeling pretty depressed because they look so different, and with all the travel restrictions and recommendations, a lot of people won't be with their families. So how can you express gratitude?
That's a wonderful question, and one of the reasons we really want to focus on gratitude is because it is a stress reliever. And so gratitude and a gratitude practice, which we'll talk about in a minute, helps relieve stress and improve our sleep. As we move into better feelings, good feelings, focusing on the positive, we have more positive thought patterns, more positive emotions, and we have research that backs up that improves our quality of sleep. So indirectly, a gratitude practice even has immune boosting benefits because sleep is essential.
Yeah, sleep is essential. I mean, a lot of times I'll fall asleep because there's so many free resources out there. I'll fall asleep to, gratitude, almost like a meditation, a guided meditation. Any recommendations of how we can kind of, start these practices?
Absolutely. So a gratitude practice can be done individually or in a group. So we're going to do a similar thing, but in either case. So individually, it would be like at night before bed in your journal or a notebook, you would write down 3 things you're grateful for that day. Really simple. And you could also do that in the morning when you get up. And then in a group, so if we want to bring that into the family, especially with kids home and everything is so tumultuous, we can do a gratitude meal. It could be a brunch, a lunch, a dinner. You might start it over the holiday season. It's a great time to start. And at that gratitude dinner, each member of the family gets to go around the table and share 3 things for which they're grateful. And it's really important that this is an open-ended practice and there are no wrong answers. So one person might say, I'm so grateful for the sun on my face. One might say, I'm so grateful for my family. And perhaps a teenager might say, I'm so grateful for my game playing device. That's fine, because it's still focusing on those positive things and opening that door.
It is so interesting that there's all this science to back this, and that's such a cool way to work it into the family dynamic, and like you said, keep it open-ended, because it might just spark a conversation, which is something we're all looking for because we're around the table a lot these days.
Exactly, and it opens up that element of human connection, and everybody desires to feel known, especially in a family setting where things are disrupted this year. Everybody still wants to feel seen and known, and just by everyone sharing something like that and being witnessed, it fosters these extra feelings of connection, which is an incredible emotional support during this time.
And during this time now more than ever, I would imagine we really need to do this.
We need it on a heart level. We need it on a deep level because we're having a really tumultuous year. Our routines are disrupted. Things are not the same as they were. And we need to lean into these connections with our close family, close friends for support.
While there's a lot of bright news that's coming on the horizon, we're not out of the woods yet. So after the holidays, how do you keep this going?
A wonderful question. So you could do a once-a-week gratitude dinner with the family where you do the same practice every, Friday night. Everyone shares 3 things they're grateful for over pizza or whatever you like. And then another thing you can kind of work in is to bring in this concept of joy. So maybe same thing at a meal, it's a joy meal, and everybody shares one thing that brought them joy that day. And then a second prompt could be, if you could come up with one thing that you could do or experience tomorrow that would bring you joy, what would it be? That gives us a way to take ownership, A, to focus on the positive and appreciate with gratitude and joy, and B, that we do have the ability to be the architect of our reality in some ways, and perhaps tomorrow we'll make a choice that brings us more joy.
That is interesting that you said that we can be the architect of our own reality in some ways, because a lot of folks are feeling like they're spiraling and they have zero control. But if you practice this, you begin to have a sense of control in your life. That's amazing. If you're interested in learning more about Amy and the importance of gratitude practice, you can visit her website at amyleemccree.com. bloommercury.com. It was so great meeting you, Amy.
It was so good to meet you, Gail.
Thank you, and we're going to be back with more Bloom right after this.